Let's go. Hello, welcome to Northrop on the Short Porch. I'm joined today by Donald, everyone knows Donald, and by Chris Vitale, my special guest, editor-in-chief of Ball 9. Chris, tell us a little about Ball 9, how we can find you and all that good stuff.
Uh, we're still going. We're adding some more podcasts. We're doing the editorial stuff. It's half historical, half non-historical, half about what's going on now, what's not going on now, and just ball9.com, but spell out nine, or else if you use the number nine, it'll take you to a Chinese website that's trying to sell me the domain. So ball9, spell out nine.com. There you go. You can find us there.
Excellent. And a question for you. Kevin Kernan.
Yes.
Love him.
Oh, God bless him. Yeah.
Hello, chat. Just want to say a quick hello to the chat. I sent a message to Kernan to get him on my show. I need you to put some pressure on him, like the thumb screws.
I will. He was down for a bit. He had eye surgery, one on each eye.
Man.
So for a couple of weeks, he was like, yeah. Okay. And now he can see, now he can see better than me, and he's back. So it works.
I love his stuff. So if you guys haven't,
me too. He's great.
Discovered Kevin Kernan in Ball 9, check it out. Donald, nice. Welcome. Tell us about your excitement for the Knicks.
Well, me and Chris are big Knicks fans from the Judging Land, so let's go Knicks, baby.
Oh God, unreal.
That was wild. I was streaming the game, and I mean, I honestly down 29. You were thinking about, maybe the small victory would be if you came back and make it a tough game, and then maybe kind of win the psychological battle going into the next game. But little did I believe that they were going to just come back and do this historic run that's never been seen before in the NBA history. So it was one of the great moments of my life. Honestly, it was incredible. And OG ended up freaking jumping higher than the Statue of Liberty to freaking tip it in, baby.
Unbelievable.
What a moment. My new middle name is gonna be OG, by the way. It's Donald Allen Gugua Stewart. So
Excellent. Well, I thought today we'd start off doing some Yankee talk, talking about in general, the offense of this team, what you guys think about that. But I want to start off with what I call the soft underbelly of this team. And that is, well, you tell me. I mean, if I'm correct, it's pretty obvious.
I'm going to guess you mean pretty much 6 through 9 in the order. McMahon's going to run into one every now and again, and he'll show flashes where he'll smoke a line drive or something. But, generally they knew what they were getting. You look at the back baseball card. I mean, it's not really a surprise that McMahon can't hit. Jazz, God only knows, Aaron Judge's bat, Stanton's pants. I don't even want to know whose underwear he's wearing, but hey, he'll give you a triple like, what happened? Oh shit. But he'll the game yesterday where he'll hit a triple and knock in a couple, but it's inconsistent. We won't get into Volpe, and I just can't.
My God.
I'm too happy about the Knicks to get into Volpe and Wells right now. So, so I'll let you guys take those two. But
Donald, what do you think is the soft underbelly of this team?
Anthony Volpe.
Vulnerable, huh?
Anthony Volpe. No, Anthony Volpe. The bullpen is an issue, obviously. Mostly it's middle relief, because I do like Fernando Cruz. But there's just not enough quality arms there, and honestly, the soft underbelly of this team is the management, and I've been saying it for like 10 years now. It's just like it's the
Yeah.
management.
Oh yeah.
That's the soft underbelly of this team. The Yankees are constantly having to overcome themselves,
Right.
and until they learn to change that way, then nothing's going to change. I mean, honestly, their front office is exactly the same as it's been since like 2009. Even before then, actually, we're talking like the dynasty.
Oh yeah.
Unchanged. The analytics, they it's just not as strong as it should be because Mike Fishman is a moron. And I mean, honestly, my Mike Fishman is a complete moron. But
I'm not a
the
fan.
problem is Brian Cashman can't get over himself. He is an egotistical buffoon, and he treats fans with nothing but sniveling arrogance, and he has nothing but distaste to us, and really just kind of looks down from his ivory tower at us. So he doesn't really take his job as seriously as he freaking should, because he literally had the entire winter to make those changes that he should have done by looking at the second half of this lineup, adding some righty bats. He refused to do either. He could have looked at this bullpen. He refused to do that as well. He could have looked at third base, refused to do that. He could have looked at Anthony Volpe shortstop situation, refused to do that. He basically refuses to do his job because that would indicate that he maybe made a mistake in the past, and he refuses to admit that he's made mistakes in the past. So round and round and round we go, and then we've got Aaron Boone making a buffoon of himself on his media day tours, whether it's John Boy Media, whether it's Sherman and Heyman's podcast, making a complete buffoon of himself, telling us all that Anthony Volpe is much better than we all think he is. And meanwhile, he's got a 590 OPS. You have to be a complete moron to think that he's a good baseball player. So either you're a moron or you're a gaslighting, fuckwit, and it's whichever one you want, Aaron Boone. Are you a gaslighter or are you a moron? So for me, it's the soft underbelly of this team is its and until they change their ways, then I have absolutely no faith in the upside of this team, because the team's decent, it's fine, but until they get out of their own way and start approaching what the real problems are at catcher, then I mean, Aaron Boone, Brian Cashman carried 3 lefty catchers. Certainly 2, to the point where
2.5. I guess if you want to count
the late great
Rice,
John Sterling, one of the last things he ever said to somebody was, "Why are we carrying 2 lefty catchers?" This is what we're talking about. It's this obscene arrogance that the Yankees refuse to take seriously. Why they're so arrogant, I have no idea. They've got no reason, no basis to be this arrogant. They haven't won since 2009. They have no basis to be this arrogant, this cocky, and this disrespectful to a fan base. Do you want to know what a real organization is? The one that I'm wearing. That's a real organization. They got to the conference finals last year, but they were not satisfied with the conference finals. So they fired a very good head coach, I'm a big fan of, but they fired him in order to bring in someone that they felt was going to better get more out of that organization than they did. And look where they're at now. They're 48 minutes away from an NBA championship. Meanwhile, you got the New York Knicks. Meanwhile, you got the New York Yankees, who have done nothing. They're getting embarrassed in the playoffs, and then they keep rolling it back, doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. And they're telling us that we're the problem. So that's where I'm at. Soft underbelly of this team is its management.
Yeah, I'm going to agree. And just really quickly, and I said this, a buddy of mine was out here for a couple of days. He came down. We went up to LA the other day. We went to go see Rush, which was awesome, by the way. Oh, so good. And so we just got back, and he's a huge Yankee fan. And I said to him, I was like, man, Did you ever kind of wish that Aaron Boone struck out in that at bat in 2003 instead of hitting that home run? Because we'd never hear from him again. We'd never hear from the
Yeah,
guy. You know, like he
100%.
wouldn't have a career with ESPN. He wouldn't be the Yankees manager with seemingly no end in sight. We'd never have to listen to his damn voice, which drives me up a wall, and I mute him.
Ah,
So it's just think of that parallel universe, that other dimension where Aaron Boone struck out in that bat, and we never had to hear from him, and it's a pretty nice thing to think about. Sorry, I just had to bring that.
Hey, just looking at the catching core alone, the catchers have a combined 8 WRC plus. I mean,
Oh
I
my
don't.
God.
Eight.
Combined.
Yeah. That is just unbelievable. A slash line of 130, and this is combined 130 slash 205 slash 165. They have a K rate of 30.7. They're just,
Oh my God.
in June, only one catcher has reached base, and that was last night when Sanchez walked. That's the only
And he struck
catcher
out 4 times in 6 at bats.
yeah, well, there was
I just
that.
had to
yeah.
I just had to look down. I printed
Yeah,
out the most
exactly.
recent stats.
So
Yeah, I mean,
definitely
a
part of
righty,
the.
but he's a righty. At least you can't.
Yeah,
say
right.
That. Hey, he's a righty. He can't hit, but he's just striking out the other side of the plate than Austin Wells or JC.
What's the fix for this catching thing? Are they going to make a trade? Will they a catcher? And what the hell are they going to do with this? I mean,
I don't know. For an organization that said that they had so much guy, and then they traded away guys who were starting on other teams, and somehow Boone has the audacity to say, well, both of our catchers, they'd be top 10. They could start
that was
on
brilliant.
15 teams in this league. Like what 15 teams? The Pirates? Like, come on, man. Like, just stop.
Isn't Narvaez
Red Sox?
Yankee
Agustin
catcher?
Ramirez is down in Miami, and he's a star. He's not great, but he's not Austin Wells level of depth.
Right.
He's not Carlton Fisk up there, but he's also, he's not whatever the hell is behind the plate for the Yankees. So.
That's the thing.
I don't know if they make a trade, but they should. But will they? Because, like, to Donald's point earlier, that's admitting a mistake, and we know that the ego is so enormous in the front office that I don't know if Hal doesn't pay enough attention. So Cashman, if he doesn't do anything, Hal won't realize how bad it is. Like,
probably what it is.
If Hal doesn't know I made a mistake, then I didn't make one. So I don't know. I really don't know.
Well, the problem is Cashman traded a lot of our catching depth.
Yeah.
And one of them was for Duvall. How's that working out? He traded
5.79 ERA or something like that.
He traded Jesus Rodriguez for Camilo Duvall.
Oh, they sold that Torrens guy to the Mets. Just sold him for like $100,000.
Yeah, they just get rid of catchers. Like, they just flood catchers away out the system like it's nothing. And meanwhile, they're carrying the 2 worst ones, which makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense to me. So they'll have to look outside the organization to catcher. But will they? Because then that would be admitting that they made a mistake.
Exactly.
And they never want to do that. Plus, they have Austin Wells on some sort of breakfast burrito at the Yankee Stadium. So, they're not gonna. they love themselves some of these stupid marketing ploys. They're not gonna get rid of guys that have those kind of marketing.
Somebody needs to slip some steroids into Wells' actual burritos, because the guy they have to do something. Wake this guy up, man.
Yeah.
But dude, what about this cervical headache stuff? Where did that come from?
I don't know, phantom injury perhaps, or
I
but
hope
I mean
so.
it's
I mean, get him
yeah,
out.
maybe just kind of resetting him, just kind of maybe phantom IL
Mm.
stand, but or the guys, headache for 3 months and they didn't do anything about it.
Yeah,
Because
and
we all know how transparent the Yankees
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
including
they
exactly.
really are.
injuries. We all know how they're so forthcoming
Oh yeah,
with everything. Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, so it's yeah,
And
but yeah,
I would have said a few days ago that the part of this soft underbelly of the offense was not just Volpe, but McMahon and Grisham as well. But
yeah.
now they're
Grisham's
starting to hit, and things are happening, and Grisham and both of them are producing. Maybe
yeah.
not at a great rate, but it's happening.
Chris had a great couple of weeks, though. I mean, he's really
Yeah,
turned it on. I mean, he really has,
yeah,
and that's so. I mean, he's off my list, if you know what I
yeah,
mean. So
yep.
he's really had a good couple of weeks. His bats have been good. And McMahon, like I said, I mean, he's not gonna shit. I was gonna say he's not gonna hit 300. He won't hit 250, but
Yeah, no,
he'll give you some timely hits, and he'll strike out a ton, but he'll give you a hit when you need it sometimes. You know, so it's good enough for now, but it's not going to be good enough for the postseason.
no. He's batting 217. I mean,
Yeah,
he's got some occasional pop. It's not good
yeah.
enough ultimately. So, I mean, is there a third base problem, Donald?
Um, well, we have 99 problems. I mean, I'm not quite sure. It's just like, but I like Rosario. I do like Rosario. I like Rosario.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we, I mean, we have so many issues. Third base should have been upgraded in the offseason properly, but of course they didn't do anything in the offseason. So, I mean, of the options that we have, I'm okay with Ahmed Rosario with McMahon coming in on the odd occasion. Like they built a team of platoon guys, and of the
Mhm.
platoon guys that we have,
Yeah.
Rosario is a very good bat. I think he's really good against lefties, and I think he's got a good attitude. Yeah, I kind of have no issue there.
Okay.
It's not ideally how I would have line up the third base
But you
situation,
could
but
live with it.
I can kind of live with it. Yeah, because I like McMahon in the postseason last year. I
Which
thought he was great. I thought he
Okay.
was really good
yeah.
in the postseason
And
last year.
something, I mean, his glove, he's got a hell of a glove. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to give that to him too. I mean,
Yeah.
and the thing is, you kind of you could hide a team if you're getting a little production out of your shortstop and your catcher. But
Yes.
when he's not hitting, I mean, like I said, I mean, everybody knew he was a light hitting third baseman, glove first third
Right.
baseman, excuse me. When they brought him in, but again, if you had a shortstop that could hit above his weight, then you can hide it a little bit,
Of course you can.
and like you said, then you platoon him with Rosario when you want the bat in there. You can bring him
Yeah.
in as a defensive replacement. You could kind of live with that and hide him in the order. But when you have two black holes in shortstop and catcher, it's not.
But the thing is,
It's just
the shortstop is self-imposed black hole because Caballero is really good.
Caballero, you can just run him out there every day and
He should be playing every
serviceable.
day at
Yeah,
shortstop.
he's great on the base
None of this should be
paths.
happening.
Agree. But again, that would be admitting a mistake, and God knows
Exactly,
that's just
because
not.
they can't get out of their own way. So they
Yep.
actually created a black hole, which
Yep.
wasn't there to begin with. Caballero is a very good player. He's not a
He
star,
was.
but you don't need a star. You just need someone
No.
that can field his position perfectly
Yeah.
and make contact and add some speed element. And he does all of the above. And for some reason, the Yankees are playing him in right field in order to placate one of the worst players I have ever seen. No lie. And I've been watching baseball for about 40 years. He is the worst player I've ever seen in my life. Anthony Volpe
Ever?
is. He is terrible.
Terrible.
Absolutely
He's
terrible player.
he stinks. I don't know if he's the worst, but he's definitely he gets honorable mention.
He's in the list. He's the worst
he's in
I've
the
seen. Like
conversation.
he's like
which is
he makes
fine.
Aaron
I mean, I've
Hicks look
just some
like a good
stinkers, but
freaking Claire. He is
No.
bad.
Yeah, and then it's inevitable that Volpe will have like that 3-week stretch where he's hitting the shit out of everything, and he just and they're like, oh well, maybe he turned it around, and and then no, and he doesn't.
I mean, they could help him.
Like you said, it's a self-imposed problem.
Yeah,
I mean, they could fix it. They could totally fix it. Down, ship them off, but they're not going to do either. So,
no, they're not.
This is
what. No, I mean, if they sent him down in the minors, and then they leveled out that swing, and then they had him
and stop his front hip from flying open every time he freaking sweats.
100%. Because they really want this launch angle with him. I don't know why they keep doubling down on that.
He's a gap-to-gap hitter. Just leave him alone. Let him do it. Like when he does that,
he's actually fine. Decent gap-to-gap hitter. He's decent. It's not amazing, but he's decent.
No, but
you could emphasize that and get him down the minors, take reps a second. If he got some reps down there.
100%. And everybody crucified A-Rod when he came out and said that about Volpe. Needs to level out his damn swing. Just hit the ball. Hit line drives. You'll run into a few. You have a little power. That's fine. Put the ball. Just low line drives. Get it out. Just put it in the outfield somewhere, and then use your speed. Everybody crucified him. Oh yeah, because
A-Rod has forgotten more about baseball than Cashman will ever know. That is the truth.
I know.
That is the truth. He's a baseball savant, and I'd listen. I would listen. Whatever he says, I would listen.
I would too. But Twitter knows better.
Of course.
Yeah, Twitter knows better.
Yeah, it's like actually, it's
And referring off and on to the run it back philosophy, how's that working for the Yankees? Do you think it's June?
I mean, no Judge, no Stanton. It's the same damn team, as last year. And the thing is, and here's my thing, and this is why. I said it before the season. I can't get too crazy about the regular season anymore because everybody makes the playoffs, and the American League just sucks all around. Yeah. So, I mean, in order for them to not make the playoffs, it would have to be like one of the biggest collapses ever. I mean, like Spurs last night type collapse.
Yeah.
And so they're going to eventually make the playoffs. I don't know if they're good enough to face a short rotation of because we'll see who makes moves to bolster their pitching staff for the postseason. So I can't predict any of that. But I mean, we're complaining about all this, and the American League is so bad is that even with everything that we're complaining about, the Yankees are in fucking first place. So it's
exactly
so that's how bad the American League is. So I don't know. I mean, it's too early to say about running it back, but they're gonna need their starting pitching's been fine. I'm up, the bullpen, like Donald said, earlier, it's, I don't know what the hell happened. Tim Hill is now a liability. I mean, I don't know. I just, maybe they fix that, but, but the bats, everything we talked about, the bats, if they don't make some adjustments for, then they're just going to get smoked in the postseason again. So I don't know.
They're living and dying by their starting rotation. That's essentially it.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And that would be
which has been great.
Yeah. That would be the case even if Aaron Judge was actually healthy. It would still be about the starting rotation because the lineup isn't good. Not by any stretch of the imagination. It's got 3 good batters. Yeah. Essentially 4 at the most. Like that's it. You've got half a batting lineup on its best day.
With a healthy Judge and with a healthy Stanton. Yeah.
Right. With a healthy Stanton. That's right.
Yeah, it's still
so I mean, really, this is about the starting rotation. The starting rotation is incredible, like incredible. And they had no business winning those games against Cleveland, but they did because of the starting pitching. And it's been the case for weeks. To be fair, they haven't played well. They haven't played well. Volpe's throwing the ball all over the place. He's an idiot, yet it's not a problem because they've got incredible starting pitching. So it's like I guess that's what Brian Clashman was saying all along. I don't need to spend anything because this starting pitching is just gonna. Well, we need to score as a couple runs, and then the starting pitching is just gonna shut it down. So I guess maybe he's the smart one. Who knows? But
even scoring a couple runs, even scoring a couple runs. I mean, Schlittler has lost what 3 games. He under 2. I mean, like he got Jacob deGrom in a couple games there. I mean, so
right.
You still need to score. You still need a competent lineup out there to support this great starting pitching because what are you going to lose? A game 1-0? Like Jacob did for his entire career with the Mets. So no, but I agree. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no, man. That's the way I think that the only aspect of running it back, which was smart, was the rotation. But I mean, I completely agree with Vitali here. It's like I don't care about the regular season.
Yeah,
it's kind of like it's because they've got everybody in the American League basically makes the playoffs. It takes away much of an achievement of getting there. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Essentially, I don't think the Yankees have played well this year at all, and been incredibly unimpressive to watch. And yet they're in first place. So
yeah,
I think surprisingly, I did run some numbers for the pieces that the Yankees retained. Cody Bellinger, he's got runs. He's hitting 272 and 810. Yes, I mean, Bellinger's got a 138 WRC plus. He's just, I mean, Bellinger, he's doing the job. Grisham's starting. Even Grisham has a 110 WRC plus. He has 8 home runs. His average is up to 232. Goldschmidt has been a revelation. My God.
Huge.
He's, got a 142 WRC. He's batting 288 with an 882 OPS, and he's an old man. And he's doing all this. He's showing them how it's done. So some of I was surprised to find how well the pieces that did get retained or that, were brought back, in fact, are contributing and this a better team. And some of the stuff that's going right is definitely up to these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Goldschmidt, that was huge. I mean, Bellinger was a no-brainer. I had him Tucker anyway the whole time. I mean, I thought the Tucker nonsense was just he's a decent player. He's not somebody that that I'd freak out if he wasn't on the Yankees. I mean, it's just you don't go all in for a guy who's just okay. You have a guy who can play in New York and Bellinger wanted it back. So that was just a no-brainer to me. I mean, he's where he's supposed to be. Goldschmidt coming back for another year. He's been incredible. Not to mention Ben Rice now has, one of the better defensive first basemen over the last bunch of years. And teaching him the position, kind of explaining, just teaching him the ins and outs of the position. So that's huge too.
Oh, huge.
Because, defense, Yankees defense, we'll get into that, I'm sure. But, that really helps having, a former MVP over there teaching the position. Those two guys have been great. Grisham, like I said earlier, I mean, he's just turning it on. Hopefully I hate the term, but maybe he turned the corner, So
yeah.
But so there's a lot to complain about. There are bright spots. So
there are bright spots.
Yeah. But again, we won't know until the postseason because everybody makes it. So we'll see what in October. So
the replacement in the absence of Judge are not doing a bad job. I mean, obviously we just talked about Bellinger and Goldie, but Rice, you just brought Rice up.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I mean, he's slowed down since the beginning of the season, but the kid, he may be having an MVP season.
Love it. Who's going?
The guys, someone's breaking up, and it's making it difficult. Like I don't know which end. I think it would be. Is it? I just you guys are kind of breaking up a little bit, so that's probably
no. That just happened to me too. Everybody kind of froze. I heard Rice having an NBC season though. So
sorry about that. I Rice has slowed down a little bit since the beginning of the year, since the beginning of the season, but In fact, in his last 7 games, he's only batting .222, so he's leveling off.
Yeah, Northrop, you are breaking up. I'm not quite sure what
Me?
you're saying. Yeah,
Do you
you're
think I should go out and come back in?
yeah, you might want to check your thing. But yeah, let's. I'm glad someone talked about Goldschmidt. That was one inspired
Yeah.
signing. He's been fantastic, and
He really has.
he is a real pro. I'm so impressed by his attitude. His attitude's fantastic. It's like because a lot of times when you're a superstar, because he was for so long, you would kind of carry that ego about you, going, "I should be playing every day." But no, Goldschmidt was very happy with his role. And he was prepared for his role, and then now his role's increased, and he's still exactly the same guy. He's just been terrific, and I love that he's a teacher for Rice. And Rice has been revelatory. He really has. He's been a revelation, and his attitude's incredible. His approach at the plate is incredible. He is an incredible player, and to be fair, I think he is the outstanding candidate for the American League MVP right now.
I love it. What was that?
I can't explain it. We're breaking up, but we're going to move on. Okay, so Bellinger, Goldie, now Chisholm Jr., he's actually picked things up. He's, like you said, kind of a clown show these days, but he's pretty, he's starting to hit a few things. Although it wasn't very pretty. He's only batting 167, but he had the 3 home runs. So it looks like a lot is happening with Jazz,
Yeah. He said 50-50 before the season. People took that all kinds of crazy ways and whatever. I mean, it's obviously not going to be a 50-50 guy. I think we know that. As long as he's serviceable, that's fine. I don't see the Yankees really breaking the bank for him in the offseason. So hopefully, it's a contract year for him. So hopefully he does turn it on and we see what happens. But
right.
Would you keep it?
Still, I don't think so. It's just he's going to want too much money, and he's not. You know what? No, actually, the answer is no. I think it's just way too much money, and everybody's like, well, who are you going to get to replace him? Look, somebody who doesn't want $35 million a year to do what to give you that kind of production.
Yeah.
So
right.
It's the second base market is super thin across MLB as it is. So yes, I mean by default he's one of the better second basemen that's out there.
Right.
He's good. I have no issue with that, but I mean he's always been streaky even when he was with Miami.
Yes.
So if he gets on a heater, he might start just ripping some off, and then all of a sudden that might click, and he might remember he's in a contract year, which would be nice, and earn that damn money. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, Jazz's mouth runs so fast. I don't know if he could ever earn the money. I mean, he's always promising something bigger and better than that.
Yeah.
What a great way of putting it. I agree.
Huh?
That's a great way of putting it. He's always promising something bigger and better than he actually delivers.
Yeah, exactly. Caballero, one of the replacements.
Been good
this week. What'd you think about that experiment?
Well, you know how I feel about Caballero. He's my boy. I absolutely love that
He's
guy.
my boy. But did you that collision in the other day wasn't so hot looking?
Well, that's because he's not a right fielder.
I know, that's right.
Aaron Boone's putting him out there. He's a shortstop.
He should have been there.
He's a shortstop and he's a backup third baseman. And he can occasionally play second. Aaron Boone's playing him in right field because he wants to placate his prodigal son, Anthony Volpe. That's basically what he has no business playing right field. He's never played right field before in his life. He's just popping him out there just for fun and games. In fact, you could even take it as far as I wouldn't be surprised if there was some sort of sadistic plan there for him to run into Grisham and get him injured just so that he can continue to play Anthony Volpe every single day.
Oh God, it almost worked.
It
Yeah,
almost
yeah.
did. Almost. It
Oh
almost did.
man,
I think Grisham hit a home run after that, didn't he? I think he was up
3-run
next.
shot or something, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I know he got a hit after that.
Yeah. As I was driving, I was listening to it. But it's like that's the thing, and that's another thing about the Yankees' arrogance at times, where it's like, oh, we can just stick guys anywhere and let them play.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that, man. I mean, it's freaking Major League Baseball. It's not rec league softball. You can't
Thank
just
you.
like throw, hey, go play out there. You've never done it before, but it's just
Dude, they did it to Jazz last year.
I know. Here, yeah. And they've been doing it for years.
It's one of the most frustrating things.
Yeah.
And
And
the
look
thing
how
was,
that works out for like the Mets. They
they
tried
put Jazz
doing
in no
it. Their
position
guys
to
are getting
succeed
hurt.
last year.
Yeah.
Because they told Jazz, don't worry, you're not going to be asked to play third base. So just prepare for being a second baseman. That was last year. Aaron Boone walked that off a month later. I mean, that is absolutely absurd. You know what I'm saying? Within a month, Jazz has just fired over to third base, and he told us all that he wasn't prepared for it, and it almost got him injured doing it. This is what the management does, and then you could look back at examples of. Remember, they like Chapman, the third baseman, the Gold Glove third baseman, but they were actually planning on making him a shortstop. Like this is what they do. IKF, third baseman. Now you're going to play shortstop. Oh, I can't play
Gold
shortstop.
Glove third baseman, mind you.
We're going to put you in center field. I mean, this is what they do. They do. You're right. They treat this like it's red league softball. It's like whatever your natural position is, you're not going to play it with the Yankees.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
no,
it doesn't matter. Yeah, if you can do that, you can do this. It's like,
you
can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench, or whatever the hell it is.
It's Gleyber Torres, bro. Gleyber Torres was mashing at second base, and they were like, how about shortstop?
Yeah, and then he just said, no, I'm not doing it, man.
Absurd.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like Rice is going to get any reps behind the plate in their future anyway.
That's fine. Don't mess with them.
Don't mess with them.
Let him learn first base from Goldschmidt.
Exactly. And
save his
Cashman,
knees, save hitting the face in the mask.
Yeah, Cashman didn't
Keep him
rule
healthy.
out.
They need him healthy.
But Cashman did not rule out putting Rice at first after Stanton comes back. He said then they may think about putting Rice behind the plate. Obviously, if the DH spot is jammed up with Stanton, there's no way Goldie and Rice can occupy the same space there. You got to keep Goldie in the lineup. No way you can. They both have to be in the lineup.
Yeah, I wonder if I do wonder if they kind of mix and match at DH though once Stanton comes back to try and limit the amount of time he has to be, I guess, standing up, because that hurts the guy. So it's, I don't know. I think maybe they kind of platoon and plug and play, and you might see a little rotating three-way action of Goldschmidt, Rice, and Stanton DHing. So I don't know.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, I don't know how else they're gonna manage to do it.
They just need Stanton for the postseason. That's what they need him for. They need a healthy Stanton.
So just keep him healthy. Get him enough at bats that he stays hot and warm. Whatever. You're getting into the postseason, like I said.
Yeah.
So just get him there alive. It's like just get Stanton there alive,
right?
And that's
and watch him cook, because he is one of the only clutch hitters on this roster. I absolutely love Stanton. I'm a big Stanton guy.
Yeah, me too. And I love the guy, but it just sucks. The guy can't get hurt just doing baseball stuff. That's just what happened to his body. It's just how it is.
It is unfortunate
because it's it sucks, but like I said, if he's alive and well in October, that's all you can ask. So do whatever you need to
That's
do
right.
to get him there in one piece.
Mhm.
Right.
So
And
Yeah.
what do you guys think about the Spencer Jones, the job he's done since he came up? And then let's jump into the sort of the Spencer, Jones versus Dom kind of debate. What are we going to do
Uh,
here?
did you say so? Spencer Jones. What else did you say? I'm sorry, you broke up again.
yeah,
I'm sorry. I said Spencer Jones has been doing a fairly good job last 7 games at least. He's hitting well. He's
yeah.
home run. He's got a stolen base. He's not all world, but he's making his way. I think this time is in a more credible way than when he was up before.
Mm-hmm. Chris.
Well, I mean, look, I mean, Spencer Jones, I like him. He's a great athlete, obviously, like you said. I mean, for a guy that fast to run like that, I mean, if he gets on base, he can steal. He's a good fielder. Kid's got a good arm. So I mean, I think he's done a good enough job. Remember when Judge came up? I mean, he was striking out left and right, and everybody was like, "Oh, this guy sucks. This big, this
Yeah.
big doofus." And so I any anything positive that Spencer Jones gives you, this time around, he's still learning the major league level. Um, I like him. I mean, like you said, he's been starting to hit a little bit recently. I think he's starting to adjust to major league pitching. Um, I mean, I don't expect him to go on a tear to be rookie of the year, but I mean, hopefully this experience really does kind of help him for the future about being a good major league player. As far as Dominguez, I mean, I feel bad for him. I mean, I was hoping he would get everyday reps, but he got hurt again. I like Dominguez. I like the fact that he's a switch hitter. It seemed like he almost was starting to hit righty a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
which everybody was complaining about. Well, he can't hit righty, and then he obviously worked on it because he was starting to hit righty a little better, and then another unfortunate injury. How they handle both, I don't know. I mean, I don't. Do you keep both guys on the team so they're not getting the at bats they need to
Mm.
to move forward and develop? I mean, are you developing both of these guys at the major league level? That seems kind of like a tall order. Um, I don't know. I mean, I would like to think Dominguez has a better grasp of the major league game. Maybe not
Yeah.
defensively as much, but
Yeah.
as far as offensively, which is what they need,
Yes.
I think Dominguez will probably give you a little more versatility there because of he's able to switch
Right.
hit, and he can run. He's got
Yeah.
and he's got all those tools. So
Yeah.
I mean, I personally I think maybe they give Dominguez a little more run because of that. Um, barring another injury, hopefully that doesn't happen, and then they both have to stick around. But
Yeah.
I think it's better off for Spencer Jones to get this experience when they need him, and then when Dominguez comes back, you let him go and just dominate AAA, and then when he
Yeah.
does, you make him force your hand. You
Yeah.
you force them. You're the call up in September. It's not 40 anymore, and so you get one guy. So you make them call you up, and so you're the next
Yeah.
next in line. So that's just what I think happens. But again, I don't know what the hell they're doing
Yeah.
because I ask myself that all the time.
Donald, Dominguez or Jones, both. How's that going to be handled?
It's a great question, and there's so many different ways in which you look at it. Dominguez has been incredibly unfortunate with injuries. He's also unfortunately a victim of the Yankee front office because we talked about how they treat positions arbitrary. They treat positions basically as meaningless. If you can catch, you can play center field, kind of a thing. Like Dominguez is playing center field. They moved him over to left field, and he clearly struggles. Like he really struggles with it,
Oh yeah.
and it's hurt him. It's hurt his development. But offensively, he's good. Like he's a good contact hitter, And I like his compact swing. I think he's got a good approach at the plate. And he is developing as a good switch hitter. Ideally, he would be your leadoff guy, to be honest, because he's got all the tools that you would look for in a leadoff guy. He draws deep counts. He can hit from lefties and righties, and he's a good contact hitter. Unfortunately, he's been really derailed by injuries, and his confidence has taken a massive hit by the Yankees shoehorning him over to left field, where he just isn't comfortable playing. So, I mean, he's a victim of the Yankees being the Yankees. That's why my podcast is called the Yankified Podcast. If you're essentially, he's been Yankified. That's what the Yankees do. He Yankifies people. They Yankify people. So they've done that to Dominguez. Spencer Jones. I love Spencer Jones. Actually, to be honest, I think I prefer him a little bit to Dominguez because he's more athletic. He's a better outfielder, and he's faster, and he's got much better raw power. Yeah. It's just, the thing with him, it's like that thing in Moneyball, where it's like he's a 10, but, well, Spencer Jones is a 10, but his major flaw is the fact that his swing mechanics is all over the place. And that's what needs to be really worked on. And I would love a really good organization to work on that. Unfortunately, that's not the Yankees. So I don't know. They really need to work on that. If they can get that swing, just approached a little bit more, and instead of it being right through your shoes so his helmet falls off all the time, just a nice, good swing through the zone, because he's got all the raw power. It's incredible how much contact he makes. It's just his swing is too much.
It's too much.
Because if you notice the first spell that he was up, every swing, that helmet was falling off. And
he's a
if
small
I were the Yankees, I would be looking at that tape going, right, what can we do to fix that? But the Yankees don't do anything, so it wouldn't be that. But that's what I would do. I would love for him to maybe have Ben Rice and Aaron Judge's batting coach. I think he'd do good, because I don't trust the Yankees batting coach, but I like Spencer Jones a lot, and I think there's a real player there, and I actually have higher upside for him than Dominguez if he can fix that swing. I don't know if that's possible, but what I noticed his first spell up was that he's got like two stances in one, where he's got a very open Ohtani-like stance, and then he kind of pushes himself in a little bit, and then he swings out of his shoes and loses his helmet. That was what was happening in this first spell. He was striking out all the time. It's a little bit better this time around, and he's starting to make more contact. He had the 3-hit game, then he hit a home run. So the talent is there. The talent is there. It's just kind of working on that swing. And I think a really good, and my dream scenario would be, at the end of this year, Aaron Boone and Brian Cashman are sent off into space somewhere, like to check out a final frontier, like maybe Mars, maybe if there's any life over in Mars. Right? They could be the ones to check that out, and then we can get a really good manager and a really good general manager that can work with the talent that they have, because they've got a ton of talent. It just needs to be really maybe a couple of things changed up a little bit, and I think that there's a really good team here. There's a ton of young talent, and I'd be excited about it, just with different management.
Absolutely. I mean, the Yankees have previously basically said they didn't need Dominguez. I mean, they've been sort of ambivalent about him until now, when they need him, when they really need him. I mean, the fact is the Yankees needed Dominguez all along, and they just didn't know it, and they didn't want to admit it. And they keep yanking him around. And it's just careless to be that careless with his development. It's no wonder he's a bad defender. I'm not saying that's anybody's fault, not theirs, but it certainly, such carelessness could not have helped him, as in his development, especially at the big league level when he got up here. Boone's ambivalence toward Dominguez, and this This is from an article, or I mean, from a tweet. His ambivalence toward Dominguez was evident in his statement that it was possible he would join the Yankees. It was just possible on this road trip, but not certain. Boone also stated that it would be tough for him to play right field just because we've poured so much into Jason committing to left. They've just poured so much into Jason's development there. I mean, how can they expect him to have any confidence at this point? I mean, play him or trade him. That's what I say. But, I mean, preferring him, I like them both. Jones, I agree, is more athletic. I think he's, more fun to watch too, but at the moment. But Dominguez is, I don't say he's gotten a great deal.
No, he hasn't got a fair shake.
Got a raw deal. Absolutely got a raw deal.
Yeah.
Very raw deal.
Yeah.
And it actually started back when they preferred Verdugo to him.
Yes.
Yes.
And Verdugo.
Yes.
He's not even in baseball.
Where's Verdugo now?
Yeah, I don't think he's even in baseball.
He's not even in the league.
Where it's like, I don't know if it's like the Venezuelan league or something, but he's.
Oh my God! Right, there you go.
No, but he's gone somewhere. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I just, like I said, I stopped trying to predict what the hell they're doing.
Yeah. Well, wrapping up, you guys, looking toward the Toronto and the White Sox series, how do you feel about those coming up? Toronto is to me, they're a little bit down. White Sox definitely up. What are your thoughts on these two series?
I mean, Toronto beat up, so but you never know what you're gonna get. It's in Toronto, so
yeah.
But I didn't see who was pitching for them. I haven't looked into it yet about who's pitching for Toronto this series, but that's always a dogfight. It doesn't matter who's up, who's down with those two. It's always a dogfight. Just because it's a divisional series.
Yeah.
The White Sox, I have no idea because everybody thought they were going to stink, and then again, you know what? Riddle Grit is probably a tour for Yankees.
That's crazy.
Again? Did we freeze in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little freezing, but yeah, it was crazy.
That's because I said the magic words. I said the magic words that Randall Grichuk is going to torch the Yankees, at one game at least, because they let him go, and now he's on a tear, and he's a notorious Yankee killer. So
yeah, definitely.
But see that comment? Yes, a lot of Toronto's Indian players are back. So yeah, but it's always tough either way. So I know they did get a lot of guys back. It's just they're still. I don't think Toronto's really chilled yet. So, but we'll see. It's always a dogfight, like I said, up there. And then I don't know. I do expect Randall Grichuk to just beat the hell out of the Yankees at least in one game in that White Sox series.
No doubt,
because that's what he does. That's what he does. So I don't know. I think that I don't know. I think the Yankees actually have a good enough road trip that they come back winning. A winning record.
Yeah.
What is it? 2-3 game sets?
I think so. But the only thing that concerns me is the White Sox are riding a wave, and they've finally taken sole possession.
They are, but it's still the AL Central. It's still the
AL Central. You're right.
Own
You're
the
right.
AL Central. I'm not too worried about it. But if
you're right.
It's a 2-game. It's 4-2 Yankee road trip.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. I hope. We'll see.
Donna, what do you think about the upcoming series?
Well, I would have been a lot more concerned about facing the White Sox if Murakami was healthy, but I believe that he's still out with a hamstring injury. Murakami has just been fantastic, and that was another major L by not just the Yankee scouts, but every scout that said that he couldn't hit major league hitting was one of the stupidest things that I've come across. We can't catch up to fastballs. Oh, he's catching up to a ton of fastballs right now. So, I mean, I don't know. He's got like 20 home runs. So I think that was a case of clearly overthinking it. He's a beast. I always liked him. I don't know what they were thinking. So, There it is. So he's cooked. So I'm a big fan of his. Unfortunately, and I'm saying it is unfortunate because I would have loved to watch him over the series. I think that he's out until the second half of the year, but
Ooh,
I'd be more
didn't know it was that
concerned.
bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I actually hope that he'll be healthy for the Yankee series, but I believe that he won't be. So that would be if he was healthy, then I could see us losing that series, but
Yeah.
I don't see a problem there. But the Blue Jays, I am concerned about. They're not going away. I know their record sucks, but honestly, a decent run, like a hot month, and they'll be right where the Yankees are because
Right.
they're not that far off. They're only like 7 games off. They're a decent win streak, and they're going to be right there. So they were better than the Yankees last year. So and the Yankees are exactly the same roster this year.
Yeah.
So
There's
a couple
that.
of good moves in July for the Blue Jays and getting themselves healthy. And I would be concerned about that. So I would be very interested to see how this series goes. It would be a good opportunity for the Yankees to really kind of completely ahead of them if they win the series. If they don't, then they're gonna regret it because I think the Blue Jays are going to be on their ass later in the summer. That's my belief. I can't understand how they've been this bad. So there's a good player. There's a good team there. There is. Whether they put it all together, I don't know. But I much prefer the Blue Jays roster to the Yankees roster. So I think the Blue Jays are going to go on a run. That's my prediction.
I don't know about that. I hope that doesn't happen. I think the Blue Jays I think the Blue Jays are behind the 8 ball right now, but like you said, that's not what's the case now is not necessarily going to be the case down the road for them when they get back a lot of the players that are injured. The White Sox series, I think, is going to be fun, the most fun to watch because now they think they can win. And so maybe that'll light a fire under the Yankees if they have to fight really hard for it from the White Sox. We'll see what happens. But 2 exciting series. I'm looking forward to it. Really pleased to have had Chris Vitale with us today. Chris, thanks so much. Come back anytime. Talk Yanks with us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Donald, I appreciate your time. Thank you again. And chat, as always, you guys are fabulous. I appreciate you coming out at this hour of the night. And don't forget to wear those pinstripes with pride. Hit the like, subscribe, and comment. And I'll see you in a week. Take care. Bye-bye.